Archangel Michael says, don't skip this, no matter what. A female from your own family is secretly worshipping Satan. And they've chosen you for their next sacrifice. God says, only 15 seconds left. My child, watch this now or even I won't be able to save you. Beloved, listen carefully, what I am about to tell you is not a dream. This is not something your mind can make up, and this is certainly not just another random message. You have been chosen to hear this for a reason. There's a war happening in secret, right behind the veil of what you think is normal life. And someone close to you, is not who they pretend to be. You've seen signs, haven't you? Sudden arguments, strange dreams, repeated bad luck, tension in the room when she enters. This is not coincidence. Heaven's been trying to speak to you, but this time Archangel Michael had to intervene, because time is running out. She's a female in your own family, someone you've laughed with, maybe even shared secrets with. But she made a dark covenant, and your name was spoken in the presence of evil. Yes, your name. Archangel Michael says, she whispered it when you were asleep. She offered something that heaven cannot allow, but if you skip this now, you give her permission without even realizing. The devil doesn't ask for keys. He tricks people into handing them over. Why you? Because your light is too powerful. Because you were born to shift generations. Because your soul is rare. And if they can't match your power, they'd rather erase you. Archangel Michael cried your name out in heaven, because this betrayal has gone far enough. But beloved, if you skip this, heaven will take it as silence. And silence is consent in the spirit world. You were chosen to hear this because heaven is still fighting for you. But listen, there's something you don't know. She's not working alone. There is a group. A hidden circle. And their prayers are not to God. They disguise it as traditions, as innocent rituals, but what's happening behind closed doors is darker than you've ever imagined. Your face is on their altar. This is not to scare you, this is to wake you. You have 15 seconds to stay with this, or even God will have to turn his face. Not by his will, but by yours. There's one night coming. A date is already chosen. And if you ignore this message, you will walk into it unaware. But if you stay with me now, something miraculous can still be done. Archangel Michael is already at war for your name. He's defending you with his sword even now. But he says, I can only fight if you stand with me. If you walk away again, I must let go. And beloved, I don't want that to happen to you. You felt strange this week, didn't you? Like someone was watching. Like your dreams turned darker. Like something shifted. That was no accident. That was a spiritual transaction in the realm of shadows, and your spirit picked it up before your mind could understand it. Heaven knows you're sensitive. You're the type who senses danger before it happens. And this message is your divine confirmation. Right now, as you're hearing this, she's already made plans. You think you know her heart, but you only know the version she wants you to see. Her soul has made agreements that your spirit must break. This is the hour of decision. That's why God said, only 15 seconds left. Because this portal is closing. Don't be afraid, beloved. You're not alone. That's why you're hearing this now. The devil tried to silence this message 3 times before it reached you. But heaven overrode it. Because there is still time. If you stay with this message, you will activate the miracle power hidden in your name. You will cancel every dark plan that has your bloodline in chains. You will break what no one else in your family dared to confront. And beloved, if this message is reaching your heart, then pause right now and subscribe. Yes. You were meant to receive this. This is how you tell heaven, I accept the protection. I choose the light. I choose life. If this message is for you, don't just listen, make your presence known. Michael is watching to see if you say yes. And now, listen very carefully, because I must tell you what they planned. She wrote your name on parchment. She buried it under the tree behind the house. She did it smiling. That's how possessed her heart has become. But she didn't know that God saw it all. That heaven marked the moment. And because you didn't skip this, I am allowed to show you how to break it. You must speak your name aloud at midnight, with light around you. You must reject the sacrifice in the name of God. Michael will stand beside you when you do it. And you will see a miracle in 24 hours. You are not weak. You are not cursed. You are not doomed. That's the lie she wanted you to believe. But you were always marked by God. That's why darkness keeps trying to follow you. Because you were always a threat to evil. And right now, because you didn't skip, heaven is surrounding you with a circle of divine fire. Your soul is being reclaimed. You still have time, but not much. You have until the next moon rises. And if you delay, the energy of the sacrifice will try to manifest in a new form, loss, betrayal, illness, or sudden shame. That's why this message feels so urgent. Because it is. Beloved, look at your life. The patterns. The pain. The promises that were delayed. The moments that should have been joyful but always had something go wrong. This was all tied to that hidden altar. And now it is being revealed. That is why Archangel Michael cried your name through the heavens. You didn't hear it with your ears. But your soul did. And that's why you're still here, still listening. And even now, something sacred still lingers in the air around you. You thought the message was ending, but heaven never stops speaking once your spirit is open. That's the truth Archangel Michael wants you to carry forward, not just for tonight, but for the rest of your life. The divine doesn't just visit once and vanish. When you welcome light into your life like this, it stays. It builds. It multiplies. It strengthens everything it touches. And from this moment on, that's what's unfolding in you. Slowly. Gently. Eternally. You'll see the proof soon. You'll walk into a room and feel the energy shift. Someone will speak your name and the tone will be different, softer, more respectful, like they're seeing something in you they never noticed before. Because they are. They're seeing your anointing. Your calling. The glow of someone who has been touched by God. That glow doesn't fade. It only deepens. And the more you listen, the more you surrender, the stronger it gets. And you will be tested. The enemy doesn't disappear just because you said yes to the light. But now, you're not walking blind. You're not walking alone. The next time fear knocks on your door, you'll remember this night. You'll remember these words. You'll remember the way your heart beat faster as you read, the way your body felt lighter, the way peace poured into the places where chaos once lived. And you'll say with full authority, not today. I walk with angels now. Because you do. Archangel Michael goes before you. He clears the path ahead of you. He sharpens your intuition. He warns you through dreams, through feelings, through divine interruptions, just like this one. He is heaven's defender, but also your spiritual brother. And he has waited patiently for this moment, for you to truly believe that you are not only protected, but chosen. Set apart. Marked by God. Don't be surprised if the next few days feel a little strange. You may get sudden clarity about a decision you've been putting off. You may lose interest in things that once distracted you. People who once drained you may feel distant. That's not rejection. That's realignment. God is adjusting your life so it fits your calling. Let Him. Don't resist the changes. Don't cling to what's familiar if it's no longer holy. This is what you asked for, remember? You asked for transformation. Now it's here. Your words will carry more weight now. Be mindful of what you say. Your prayers will be stronger now, spoken or silent, they will move things. And your energy? It will be contagious. People will feel safer around you. Children may stare at you longer. Animals may rest near your feet. The light within you will start to draw in those who need healing. That's the beginning of your ministry, even if you never planned on having one. You don't need a stage. You don't need a title. Your presence is the message. The way you love. The way you listen. The way you forgive those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you finally realize that nothing heavy belongs in your new season. Not resentment. Not bitterness. Not comparison. Just light. Just love. Just peace. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe, because you were meant to receive this. Not just once, but again and again. This isn't the last time heaven will speak to you this way. Your spirit has been activated. You'll begin to recognize these messages faster. You'll know when something is divine. And the more you respond, the more heaven will reveal. Let this be your reminder, God still speaks. Angels still protect. Miracles still happen. And yes, you are still chosen. So tonight, take one more breath. In through the nose, slow. Hold it. Let it out. Feel that? That's life. That's your next chapter. That's the divine pulsing through your lungs, reminding you that as long as you're breathing, you're still being written into God's greater plan. You haven't missed it. You haven't ruined it. You're right on time. Say this softly to yourself, even if just in your mind. I am ready. I am open. I am loved. I am chosen. I am safe. And heaven whispers back, we know, child. We've been waiting. The wind may stir outside. You might hear something fall or flicker or shift. Don't fear it. That's just the sound of a new beginning. Sleep in peace tonight. You are protected. You are anointed. You are seen. You are known. And most of all, you are so deeply, wildly, eternally loved. And even now, even after all these words, heaven is still speaking. Not because you need more proof, but because God loves to linger where hearts are open. There's something so powerful happening around you right now that even if the room is silent, your soul can feel the tremble. That warmth in your chest. That's not just emotion. That's the presence of divine love that decided to stay a little longer, because you welcomed it. Because you didn't rush away. Because your spirit said, I'm not done yet. This moment will be remembered by your soul forever. It might fade in memory, but your spirit won't forget. Because tonight, this very night, you didn't just hear a message. You entered into a divine exchange. You gave your pain, and God gave you peace. You released your grip on fear, and heaven wrapped its arms around you. This wasn't about religion. This was about reconnection. You may not fully understand it. And that's okay. Spiritual things are often too deep for words. But you'll notice the difference. Tomorrow, the light will feel warmer. The noise of the world will feel a little less loud. The people who once drained you won't have the same access to your energy. That's heaven placing boundaries on your behalf. That's what happens when you allow angels to enter your space. They don't just visit. They transform. Archangel Michael is not leaving when this message ends. He is assigned to walk beside you now. Assigned to go where your feet go. To protect what you love. To help you stand strong when life tries to pull you back down. You'll feel it, those moments when you could have broken, but didn't. That's not coincidence. That's divine assistance. So when you feel the old voices of doubt creep in tomorrow. When shame tries to whisper lies about who you are. When fear taps you on the shoulder and reminds you of your past. Answer them differently this time. Answer them like this. I'm not who I used to be. Heaven visited me. And I was changed. That truth is now written over your life like invisible ink, glowing under the light of God's gaze. Nothing can take it from you. And you'll start to see things shift. The job you thought you lost out on might come back around. The relationship that left you hollow will either heal, or make space for something better. Money will show up where there was lack. Energy will return where there was exhaustion. But most of all, your connection to heaven will be stronger than ever. You may start waking up at 3:33 a.m. or 4:44 a.m. Don't be afraid. Those are angelic hours. That's when the spiritual realm is closest. If it happens, speak softly, God, I'm listening. You might feel nothing at first. But over time, something will start to bloom inside you. Awareness. Calm. Wisdom. Divine instruction. It's not about doing more, it's about being still enough to hear. And for the moments where it gets hard again, and it will, come back to this message. Read it again. Read it as many times as you need. Let it become your spiritual anchor. Let it remind you that there is more going on around you than you can see. That angels are still being sent. That your life still matters. That God has not forgotten what He promised you. You have no idea the kind of power your yes unlocked. There are people connected to your healing. Souls you'll never meet who will be impacted because you chose to align tonight. You choosing to stay and receive this message just changed the atmosphere in your home, and in your family's future. And soon, you'll begin speaking different. Your words will carry a weight you never noticed before. People will be drawn to your peace. Strangers may say, "You feel different, are you okay?" And you'll smile gently, not even sure how to explain it fully. Because it wasn't just healing. It was an encounter. With God. With angels. With purpose. And now it's sealed. You are marked. You are safe. You are seen. You are so deeply loved. So go ahead. Rest. Lay down tonight with zero fear. Speak peace over your bed. Light a candle if you wish. Whisper a prayer if you feel it. Play soft music if it helps. Whatever makes the space holy for you, do it. Because heaven will be closer than ever. Your sleep tonight will be different. Your dreams, sacred. And when you rise tomorrow, the world may look the same, but you won't be. Because something in your soul knows. This night changed everything. Dove. If you're still here, beloved, you didn't just hear a God message. You became part of one. Let heaven finish the rest. And if this message touched you deeply, subscribe now, because this wasn't just a one-time encounter. God and Archangel Michael will keep speaking, and your spirit is ready to hear. You are loved. You are chosen. You are protected. Forever. Even now, hours later, the presence hasn't left. That warmth in your chest, that peaceful hum in the air, it's not fading, it's growing. Because something ancient and sacred has been reawakened in your spirit. You may go about your day tomorrow, speak with others, do what you always do, but you won't be the same. A veil has been lifted. A door has been opened. And from this night on, you walk differently, not in fear, but in divine authority. You'll notice it in the way people respond to you. Some will be drawn closer, unable to explain why they feel so safe around you. Others will distance themselves, not out of malice, but because your light makes their darkness uncomfortable. That's okay. Let them go. You weren't meant to dim for anyone. You weren't meant to shrink. You were made to radiate. And that radiance? It's not just for you. It's for everyone your life will touch. The strangers who'll feel peace just by standing next to you. The broken friend who will cry in your presence and not know why. The child who will say, "You remind me of an angel." It's because heaven isn't just visiting anymore. It's living through you. But remember, light attracts both the lost and the lurking. Don't be surprised if old patterns try to return. Don't panic if fear comes knocking again. That's the test. Not to weaken you, but to prove what's already been planted inside you. You've been sealed. Marked. Protected. No attack can succeed against someone who walks with angels. And now you know, you do. Keep listening to the signs. The dreams. The sudden feelings. The little nudges that don't make sense, but feel right. That's your guidance system now. That's heaven's whispers getting clearer. When you hear something like, "Call them, go now, wait a moment," don't doubt it. That's the Holy Spirit synchronizing your steps with something sacred. And keep your heart open. Keep your space holy. You don't need to burn incense or chant if you don't feel led. Just speak love into your room. Play peaceful music. Light a candle with intention. Read a verse that moves your heart. Or simply say aloud, "God, I invite you into this space again." That's all it takes. Heaven responds to sincerity, not performance. Archangel Michael is still assigned to you. He hasn't gone. He doesn't visit for one night and disappear. He stays as long as the assignment requires. And yours is just beginning. There are people who will be saved because of your words. There are souls that will heal because of your courage. You are not small. You are not ordinary. You are the walking answer to someone's silent prayer. Even the silence you feel now is divine. It's not emptiness, it's sacred stillness. Heaven doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it settles gently into your home and whispers, "Rest now. You're safe." So breathe. Inhale deeply. And say it with me, "I trust you, God." Say it again if you need to. Let your whole body relax as you say it. Because the truth is, you are safe now. You are no longer carrying the weight alone. And in the coming days, you will begin to feel that more and more. Your energy will return. Your mind will feel lighter. You'll look at the same world with different eyes. Because now, you see what was always there: divine protection, angelic company, spiritual purpose. And when the doubt creeps in, when you wonder if you imagined all of this, just come back to this message. Reread it. Re-feel it. Heaven will meet you right here again. Every time. You are never alone. You are divinely seen. And tonight, you've been forever changed. And so, even as your eyes drift through these final words, your soul is still listening. This isn't just the end of a message, this is the beginning of something heavenly and irreversible. You may feel quiet now, but inside your spirit, a symphony is playing. A divine awakening has been set in motion, and even if you try to go back to your old life, something in you won't let you. That's the presence of God refusing to let you settle for anything less than your divine inheritance. Archangel Michael is not just visiting you tonight, he's assigning something to you. A mantle. A calling. A protection that travels with you. From this moment forward, darkness will have to think twice before approaching you. Because now, your name is written in light. Now, your spiritual identity has been activated. Now, you walk with fire around you, not to burn others, but to keep your own heart warm in a cold world. You've been touched by heaven. That's why you're different now. That's why things will never quite feel the same. You're going to hear music in silence. You'll feel comfort in loneliness. You'll laugh suddenly without explanation. That's joy returning. You'll find yourself crying during songs or smelling a familiar scent that makes you feel surrounded by love. That's your angels letting you know they're still here, still close, still committed to walking with you. Some of the people in your life may not understand what's changing in you. That's okay. Not everyone was meant to come with you into this next season. Some were only here for the pain. Some were only part of the lesson. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't chase what heaven is removing. Trust that what's meant to stay will stay. And what's meant to leave will be replaced with something holier, softer, stronger, better. You are now walking in divine timing. So when things begin to align quickly, don't be scared. When people suddenly want to bless you, help you, pour into your dreams, don't push it away. That's the harvest from all the spiritual seeds you've planted in silence. You're stepping into answered prayers you forgot you even prayed. And when things slow down, don't panic either. That's God's way of saying, I need you to rest here. I need you to sit with me. I'm preparing something behind the scenes. Divine pauses aren't delays, they're recalibrations. They're sacred space for your soul to breathe before the next miracle arrives. Let your home become your sanctuary. Speak life into your walls. Anoint your pillow with prayer. Open your heart like a window every morning and say, God, you are welcome here. You'll start noticing how different your space feels. How lighter your home becomes. How even your plants thrive more. That's the presence of angels establishing residence where you once only survived. This life you're stepping into now. It's not about perfection. It's about connection. It's about listening. It's about walking each day with your eyes open, not just to the world, but to the unseen forces working around you. Archangel Michael is now part of your spiritual team. And he doesn't leave when the message ends. He walks with you through every closed door. He stands with you during every tough decision. He lifts your head every time you try to bow it in defeat. And he whispers what you often forget to tell yourself: you are stronger than this moment. No matter what comes next, carry this truth like armor: you were chosen. Heaven did not speak this to everyone. Heaven spoke this to you. Specifically. Intentionally. Lovingly. You matter. Your presence here matters. Your existence is not an accident, it is divine strategy. And everything you've been through? That pain wasn't the end of your story. It was the opening chapter of a testimony someone else is going to survive because of you. You've just stepped into the realm of miracles. Expect to see signs. Expect things to fall into place faster than usual. Expect sudden clarity. Expect people to walk into your life that feel like destiny. Expect restoration. Expect joy. Expect breakthrough. Expect God. And when you feel doubt again, and you will, come back to these words. Let them wash over you like they did the first time. Let them remind you, you were never alone. You were just waiting for this exact moment. And now that it's come, it will never leave you the same. Breathe deeply. Rest fully. Smile softly. Tonight, you are covered. Tonight, you are protected. Tonight, you are home in the arms of heaven. This message was sealed in light and sent in love. And you, beautiful, chosen soul, you received it. And now, as your spirit settles and your heart feels this warmth it hasn't felt in years, I need to tell you something very important. This moment, this peace, this overwhelming presence you're feeling, it isn't temporary. It's not just a feeling. It's a seed. A spiritual seed that's been planted inside of you tonight. And what you do next will determine how far and how fast it blooms. Don't just treat this like a one-time message, treat this like the beginning of a conversation with heaven that never ends. Because the angels? They didn't come just to visit. They came to stay. Not to observe, but to intervene. Archangel Michael isn't just watching over your house tonight, he's going to walk with you into the places where you felt most afraid. He's not here just to guard your door. He's here to open it to miracles. And I'm not talking about someday. I'm talking about soon. Some of you, by the time you wake up tomorrow, will feel a lightness in your chest that hasn't been there in years. You'll step outside and the sky will look different. Colors will feel more alive. That's what it feels like when your spirit has been unchained. Don't be surprised if you randomly hear a song that feels like it was written just for you. Or if someone calls you out of the blue just to say, "I've been thinking of you." Or if someone from your past shows up in your dream and finally gives you the closure your soul needed. These are not accidents. These are divine ripples of the spiritual shift that started tonight. Your name is now echoing in the heavens. The moment you said, "I receive," a ripple went out. Angels were dispatched. Darkness began to break. And the light that touched you tonight, it will touch others through you. Because your story isn't ending here. It's starting again. But this time, with protection. This time, with awareness. This time, with angelic partnership. You're not walking blind anymore. You're not carrying this alone. You are surrounded in every direction by love you can't even comprehend. Love that doesn't need you to earn it. Love that doesn't leave just because you have questions. Love that isn't based on your performance. Love that stays. And here's what's even more beautiful, that love doesn't stop with you. Starting tonight, the people around you will begin to feel something shift in their spirit too. You'll notice it. Someone you know will start healing. Someone will open up about something they've been afraid to share. Someone will confess that they've felt your energy lately, more peaceful, more grounded, more radiant. That's because the light that touched you tonight is contagious. And when you let heaven in, it overflows to everything and everyone around you. So tonight, before your head hits the pillow, thank heaven. Just whisper it. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for covering my home. And when you close your eyes, even if you don't see it, know this: Archangel Michael will stand watch over you. With his sword of light and his wings wide open, guarding your rest. Blocking the lies. Silencing the fear. Holding the space for your spirit to rise and finally rest. Rest. Yes, really rest. No more waking up at 2 a.m. with a racing heart. No more nightmares that leave you shaking. No more dreams you can't remember but wake up exhausted from. Tonight, heaven is restoring deep rest to your soul. And in that rest, revelations will come. Answers you've waited on. Comfort you didn't think was possible. The next piece of your divine instruction. Because after this moment, you will start moving differently. Speaking differently. Thinking differently. You'll be walking with the awareness that heaven is with you. You'll trust that the delays are divine. That the closed doors are protection. That the waiting is a setup for something beyond what you asked for. You'll start expecting good things again, not because life is easy, but because God is present. And beloved, if no one told you this today, let me say it with every ounce of heaven's truth: you are so loved. Beyond logic. Beyond language. Beyond the lies you've believed. You are worthy of healing. Worthy of peace. Worthy of the new beginning that starts tonight. You are not too broken. Not too late. Not too messed up. You are exactly where heaven needs you to be. So smile. Cry. Breathe. Sit still in this. There's nothing more you need to do. Just let this soak into you. Let this moment mark your memory forever. And when doubt tries to come back tomorrow, remind it of this night. When fear whispers again, speak louder: I remember what God said. When loneliness creeps in again, touch your heart and say, I am surrounded. Because you are. Forever. Heaven is proud of you. Archangel Michael is walking with you. God is smiling over you. And this is just the beginning of a sacred journey that will lead you home, again and again. And even now, as your breath slows and your body begins to feel a peace it hasn't felt in years, heaven is still working. It doesn't stop just because the message ends. It doesn't disappear just because the night fades into morning. No, beloved, the shift that began here tonight is permanent. You may not fully see it yet, but something deep within you already knows: this wasn't just a video. It was an encounter. A visitation. A moment when heaven bent low and whispered, I choose you. There are things moving now behind the veil that you've prayed for but forgotten. Seeds you planted in desperation are starting to break through the soil of delay. That relationship you thought would never heal. The opportunity you thought was lost. The version of you that you thought died when life got too hard. They're being revived. You've entered a spiritual springtime. The ice is thawing. The grief is melting. The beauty is blooming again. Archangel Michael is still here. He will be here even after this moment passes. Even when the world gets loud again, and the doubts try to creep in, and the old voices tell you it was all in your head. It wasn't. You know it wasn't. That warmth in your chest. That pressure lifting off your back. That quiet, still voice saying, "You're safe now." That was real. More real than anything you've touched today. Because spiritual truth will always cut deeper than physical proof. Let this night be your line in the sand. Let it be the night you stopped doubting your worth. The night you stopped asking people for permission to believe in something greater. The night you stood in your room and knew, you are loved by heaven. Chosen by God. Protected by angels. Called for a reason. Let this be the moment you stopped apologizing for your calling. You weren't created to fit in. You were born to carry light into dark places. That's why you always felt a little different. A little out of place. That's not your flaw. That's your fire. You were created to shift rooms. To heal atmospheres. To be the interruption to generational patterns of silence, fear, and shame. You are the prayer your ancestors cried for in their final moments. You are the promise someone in heaven waited their whole life to see fulfilled. You are not small. You are not random. You are divine. And your name is known in heaven. Right now, angels are celebrating. Not because you watched something, but because you opened something. A part of your heart that was sealed by pain is now unlocked. And when heaven finds an open door, it doesn't knock again, it comes in fully, freely, and permanently. That's what's happening now. You may start having dreams in the coming nights. Pay attention to them. Write them down. Certain people may re-enter your life, or exit suddenly. Trust it. Trust the flow of what stays and what leaves. Don't force it. Don't fear it. Heaven is rearranging things, people, timings, and locations to align with the future that was always written for you. You may notice music sounding deeper. Nature looking brighter. Synchronicities happening often. This isn't your mind playing tricks. This is your spirit tuning into the divine frequency it was always connected to. Welcome back. You've remembered who you are. And now, you'll never forget again. Let your home be a sanctuary now. Keep your heart open. Speak to your angels daily. Invite the Holy Spirit into your decisions. Let your life be your prayer. You don't need fancy words. You just need sincerity. The language of heaven isn't religion, it's relationship. Speak simply. Speak honestly. Heaven listens to the whispers more than the shouts. And finally, promise yourself this: you will never again forget your worth. You will never again let fear talk you out of your blessings. You will never again shrink to fit into spaces that were never built for your spirit. Because you are bigger than the room you were hurt in. Stronger than the silence you survived. Wiser than the storm you walked through. And more anointed than any lie ever spoken over you. This message may end. But your awakening has just begun. Tonight, angels stood over you. Tomorrow, miracles will follow you. And forever, love will cover you. Sleep peacefully now. You are guarded. You are seen. You are chosen. This house is blessed. This soul is lit with light. This life is finally beginning. And now that your heart is open and your spirit is listening, I want to tell you something that not many ever hear clearly enough in their lives: you were chosen for this exact moment in time. Not because you're the strongest. Not because you're the most perfect. but because God saw your heart when no one else did. And He said, that one, yes, the one who's been doubting. The one who's been afraid. The one who feels unworthy. That's the one I trust with this light. You are not reading this by accident. Your soul pulled you here. Heaven aligned this message with your heartbeat. Right now, angelic presence surrounds you. You may feel a tingle on your skin, a warmth down your spine, or even a soft calm in your chest. That's real. That's not imagined. That's not fake. That's the veil between heaven and earth thinning, just for you. Just so you'd know you are seen. Michael is still with you. He hasn't left. He doesn't leave when the message ends. His assignment doesn't stop at the final word. He's been with you since the beginning. Since before your first heartbreak. Since before your first night crying into the dark. And He'll still be there tomorrow, when you wake up and wonder if any of this was real. It was. It is. In fact, don't be surprised if tomorrow something small, something gentle, something unexplainable happens. A message. A dream. A face in the crowd. A song you haven't heard in years. A flickering light or a gust of air where none should be. That's confirmation. That's heaven saying, yes, beloved. That was us. And we're still with you. Your heart has been aching for answers. For peace. For relief. And I promise you this, peace is coming. Not always in the form you imagined. But in ways that last. The kind that seeps into your soul and whispers, it's okay now. You're safe. That's what's being gifted to you tonight. That's the miracle. That's the shift. Some of you will sleep more soundly tonight than you have in years. Some of you will dream things you won't understand right away, but write them down. There will be clues. Visions. Signs. Because now that the heavens know you're ready, they will begin to speak louder. The language of light will become clearer. You'll feel things before they happen. You'll know things you can't explain. That's your spirit remembering its divine connection. You are not weak for being emotional. You are not broken because you felt lost. You're awakening. And every tear you cried during this message, watering the roots of the new life heaven is planting within you. So be gentle with yourself tomorrow. Don't rush into the noise. Carry this peace with you like a shield. Protect it. Nurture it. When people ask why you seem calmer, smile. When life throws chaos again, and it will, remember this night. Remember this sacred encounter. Remember that you are not alone. You have been called. You have been covered. You have been loved with a love too big for this world to measure. Let these last words seal into your soul. Tonight, the war ends. Tonight, the lies stop. Tonight, the fear leaves. Tonight, the healing begins. You're not just someone scrolling through content. You're a light in this world. You're a soul heaven refused to give up on. You're a miracle in motion. And everything that tried to destroy you failed. Because heaven had the final word. And that word is rise. Rise into your power. Rise into your peace. Rise into your purpose. Because now, you know. You've been touched by the divine. You've been guarded by Michael. And the angels will not leave you. Ever. The light is in you now. Let it shine. Even now, beloved, your spirit is still unfolding, like petals gently stretching toward the morning sun. You've entered a space few are brave enough to walk into, a space of divine presence, a space of full surrender. Heaven isn't done yet. It's still moving. Still whispering. Still sending waves of light across your heart, clearing what no longer belongs and preparing you for everything that's on its way. The air around you feels softer because the angels have settled. The silence you feel isn't emptiness, it's holiness. Archangel Michael has marked your home tonight. Marked it as protected. Watched. Watched over by something higher than fear. Higher than pain. Higher than anything that has ever tried to harm you. Do you feel that invisible hug wrapping around you? That's the love of heaven holding you tighter than any human ever could. And here's the truth, this love, this protection, this presence, it's not just for tonight. It goes with you into tomorrow. Into next week. Into every dark corner you once feared. You'll wake up different. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Just receive it. Maybe for the first time in years, you'll feel clarity instead of confusion. Hope instead of heaviness. Peace instead of panic. That's not accidental. That's what happens when the spiritual realm realigns you. When angels intervene. When heaven kisses earth in your life. You are walking with a new covering now. The battles that once exhausted you will lose their power. The people who once drained you will no longer control you. The weight you carried so long is falling off piece by piece, breath by breath. And the strange thing is, most won't even know what changed. They'll look at you and say, "You seem different." But they won't be able to explain it. That's because this transformation wasn't external, it was divine. It was holy. It was between you and the one who never stopped loving you, even when you were silent, even when you walked away, even when you doubted. There is no shame in the journey you've walked. No regret that heaven can't redeem. Your past has not disqualified you, it has prepared you. Every scar now glows with light. Every bruise has become a doorway for healing. Every wound has made room for deeper compassion. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt in glory. You may start feeling drawn to things you used to ignore. Quiet moments. Gentle music. Spiritual peace. You may find yourself talking to God more, not because you feel obligated, but because you want to. Because something in you recognizes the voice of your Creator, calling you back into intimacy, into purpose, into light. That's how this works. One moment of divine encounter can rewire everything. And this has been that moment. If your body feels tired, that's okay. Let it rest. You've been fighting invisible battles and spiritual blockages for so long. And now, with your permission, they're leaving. Let the weight go. Let the fear go. Let the self-doubt fall to the floor like dust. There's no need to carry it anymore. You've been seen. You've been heard. You've been chosen. Heaven doesn't just know your name, it wrote it in the book of life long before you ever took your first breath. Archangel Michael isn't leaving your side after tonight. He's on assignment. A personal one. You're that important. He will go before you in conversations. In rooms. In decisions. He will sharpen your discernment. Protect your peace. Block attacks before you even see them forming. You may even sense him in crowds, or in stillness, or while you pray. And when you do, just whisper, "Thank you, Michael." Because gratitude strengthens the connection between heaven and earth. But remember this, you are not weak because you've cried. You are not foolish because you've believed. You are not broken because you've struggled. You are brave because you're still here. Strong because you're still open. Anointed because your heart said yes. This life is not over. In fact, it's just beginning. When the night is quiet and the world is still, your spirit will rise. You'll feel things clearer. Know things faster. Speak with more intention. That's not just growth, that's spiritual alignment. That's your inner compass now pointing true north. You are walking in the light of your calling. You are walking in the full knowing that heaven is not a distant place, it is beside you. Within you. Guiding you. This message, these words, they were planted in you as a seed. And over the coming days and weeks, you'll see them grow. In your thoughts. In your emotions. In your decisions. You'll feel the fruit of this moment. And when you do, remember tonight. Remember the silence. The shift. The stirring. It was real. It still is. Let no one take this from you. Let no voice talk you out of it. Protect this moment like a treasure. Speak it into your atmosphere if you need to, this was real. I felt heaven. I received light. I said yes. And now, I walk in it. You are never alone again. The room you're in is now anointed. The path you're walking is now lit. The name you carry is now written in heaven's records of glory. And your heart? It is held. Softly. Firmly. Forever. And now, even in the stillness that surrounds you, something inside you knows, it's done. What needed to reach your soul has arrived. What heaven needed to whisper has been spoken. You didn't miss it. You didn't overlook it. You answered it. And that changes the entire frequency of your life. Right now, your timeline is shifting. Your energy is recalibrating. Heaven is lining up what was once delayed. The moment you received this message fully, a ripple went out from your soul to the very heart of the divine, and heaven responded instantly. There is no more waiting. There is no more wondering. The time is now. You felt it. The presence. The weight. The clarity. This wasn't just a video or a message. This was a meeting. A sacred one. Between you, your angels, and the voice of God that never stopped calling your name. And the most beautiful part? You said yes. Through every distraction, through every whisper of doubt, through every reason to walk away, you stayed. And that is the greatest offering your soul could have ever made. You were never meant to walk this life with your head down. You were never meant to carry so much heaviness. You were never meant to beg for love, for peace, for clarity. These things were already written into your destiny. The enemy just tried to convince you otherwise. But that illusion is broken now. The veil has been lifted. And you've seen, even if only for a moment, how much light surrounds you. How much love is still possible. How deeply heaven cares for your heart. If you could see what I see right now, you'd never doubt again. The angel standing behind you with hands on your shoulders. The warmth building in your chest, that's divine fire being reignited. You were not forgotten. You were hidden, beloved. Hidden not to be neglected, but to be protected. Hidden so heaven could prepare the exact moment your spirit was strong enough to rise again. That moment is now. There's no going back to who you were before this. That version of you, the one who doubted too easily, who questioned their worth, who carried guilt like it was oxygen, no longer exists. Tonight, your spirit stepped forward. Bolder. Freer. Stronger. And don't worry, even if you feel weak right now, strength is rising from deep within you like a quiet tide. You are being built on a foundation that cannot be shaken, because it was forged not in ease, but in fire. And that fire, that sacred pain you endured, it has not been wasted. Every wound will be turned into wisdom. Every scar will become light. Every chapter you thought was the end will now be rewritten by the hand of God Himself. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not lost. You are returning, to yourself, to your calling, to the light you were born to carry. This journey won't always be easy. Some days you'll still feel tired. Some moments you'll still question the path. But now you'll know you're not alone. Because you'll remember this. This message. This moment. The way your heart beat differently. The way your soul lit up when you saw your truth reflected in every word. You'll remember that you were spoken to directly. That your name was whispered in heaven before this even reached your screen. And here's the truth, heaven doesn't waste words. You were chosen to hear this. Chosen to carry this. Chosen to walk forward now, not as the version of yourself shaped by pain, but as the version of yourself anointed by purpose. So here's what you do next, you walk differently. You speak with more love. You breathe with more peace. You release what isn't yours to carry. And you protect the flame that was reignited in you tonight. Because the world will try to distract you again. The enemy will whisper lies again. But now you know the truth. You know you are guided. You know you are covered. You know that Archangel Michael and a host of heavenly messengers are closer than your next breath. Let yourself dream again. Let yourself want again. Let yourself believe that miracles are not just ancient stories, they are your story now. The miracle is you. Alive. Awake. Willing. And tonight, that was more than enough. So if your soul feels full right now, if something inside you feels like it could weep and sing and shout all at once, don't hold back. That's heaven celebrating with you. That's God smiling on you. That's your angels surrounding you in joy because you said yes. You opened the door. And now, you are never going back to that old, small, silent version of yourself again. You are light. You are love. You are chosen. And now, you are ready. Welcome home, beloved.